Hi there. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you clicked on this video accidentally, well, thanks anyway. Please stay if you want to, or not. You can just leave. Okay, that sounds so passive aggressive. I'm gonna restart this. Hi there. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you may know from the title of this video, today I want to talk about struggles that we face as Christians. And I know that the Bible say that Christians will be persecuted, people who follow Jesus will be persecuted, and that's not the type of suffering that I'm going to talk about in this video. Instead, I'm going to talk about suffering in its more general term, just, troubles in your day-to-day life. Now, I'm not sure about the statistics or whatnot, but I feel like there's a lot of teachings today that if you're a Christian, then your life will be trouble free. Then you will be above all troubles. And I can't help to say that that is a very misinformed theology. Now, I'm not a Bible expert, I'm not a real pastor, but I am certain that that teaching is not true. I don't think that just because you're a Christian, just because you follow Jesus, means that you are free from troubles. Because as long as we live in this world, we will not be free from troubles. And there's one passage that I want to read to you guys from the Bible. It's a very famous passage. I'm sure if you go to church, if you read the Bible, I'm sure you know about this story. In Luke 8, verse 22 to 25, and I'm going to read from the King James Version, it reads, "Now it came to pass on a certain day that he went into a ship with his disciples, and he said unto them, Let us go over to the other side of the lake. And they launched forth. But as they sailed, he fell asleep. And there came down a storm of wind on the lake, and they were filled with water and were in jeopardy. And they came in and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we perish. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the raging of the water, and they ceased. And there was a calm. And he said unto them, Where is your faith? And they being afraid wondered, saying one to another, What manner of man is this? For he commandeth even the winds and water, and they obey him. So, in this passage, Jesus and his disciples went into a boat. They were sailing, and in the middle of the lake, there was a storm. And apparently, it was a really bad storm because Jesus' disciples were scared for their lives. So, it's probably a really big storm, right? And because they were scared, they woke Jesus up, who was sleeping, and told Jesus, We're gonna die. And Jesus woke up and told the storm to just stop, and the storm stopped. And yeah, it was a happy ending. It was really cool. But what I would like to point out from this passage is that they were with Jesus. Um, the disciples, they were literally with Jesus on a boat, yet they still experienced a storm. So, just because we follow Jesus, just because Jesus is in our lives, does not mean that we will not experience a storm ever. That's just not true. I mean, it's in the Bible. The disciples who were literally with Jesus experienced through a storm. But what's really cool is that Jesus has the power to stop the storm. Jesus has the authority to command the storm to stop. So, if you are experiencing a storm in your life today, because a storm in the Bible is a metaphor, is a symbol for troubles, if you're experiencing a storm in your life, maybe you're struggling with fear, maybe you're struggling with something else, I don't know for sure, but if you feel like you are experiencing a storm, just know that God has not abandoned you. It does not mean that God has abandoned you. In fact, I would like to say to you today that God has the power over your storms. No matter how big they are, no matter how big they seem, God is larger, God is stronger, God is more powerful than our storms. So that's my message. It's a very short message, and I hope that it blesses someone out there. Thank you. May God's peace be with you. Bye.